Okay, speaking of Mexican soccer, don't look now. It's back. That's right. The Liga MX Clausura starts on Friday with, I think, 2 or 3 games on Friday night. So before the season begins, always good to get our predictions on the record. Herc, who you got winning it all?
All right, it's Tigres, and I think we're splitting
surprise,
hairs. Well,
surprise.
Listen, it's plus 400. I'll take Tigres. That's a good bet. And now listen to what I'm going to say real quick, okay? There are really only 2 horses in this race.
Okay.
It's Tigres and America, and when you're splitting hairs when you go about these 2 great teams, and Tigres just got stronger. They just signed last season's tournament MVP, the best player in the league, in Juan Bruneta. They're going to be a better roster, if you will. That 11 remains to be seen. They still have very promising young Mexican superstars and a proven base of players like Nahuel Guzman, like André Pierre Gignac, Carioca, Guido Pizarro, Javier Aquino, surrounded by very attacking wide players. I like what I see from them. But man, Liga MX, a league that was built off parity, the playoff system, supposed to be a parity, has really turned into a league of the haves and have-nots. And you can see it when you talk about promising teams of who actually has a chance to win it. You really only bring up 3 teams, or the 3 most immediate teams are America, Tigres, Monterrey. And why? Because of the money. This league is now being defined because of the money. The teams up north, Tigres and Monterrey, they have it. America has it. And we're seeing the rest trying to catch up. We're seeing the rest fighting for 4th, 5th, 6th, and so on. It really has become a league of the haves and have-nots.
I mean, if you're saying it's only a 2 or maybe max like a 3-horse race, then plus 400 sounds like a really good value for Tigres. Now, you say it's splitting hairs between Tigres and America. The odds makers don't see it so much because Tigres is paying out at plus 400. I'm taking Club America here. They're only paying out at plus 225,
Shocker.
right? So a big difference there. Yeah, maybe not the biggest surprise here. Look, here's what I think about Club America. They were dominant last season, and I don't know, Herc, that we ever really saw the best of Club America. I don't know that we ever saw them hit their full potential in terms of how they played, and I don't know that we ever really saw them as a fully fit squad, right? With everybody healthy and operating and firing on full cylinders. I think there's actually quite a bit of room for improvement despite how good the season was. I think the defense can get a lot better. I think Jardiné will get even more out of this team as he gets more and more comfortable with them. And same with a guy like Julián Quiñones, who I think will only grow into his role with Club America. I don't like that payout at plus 225. I might have liked it to be a little bit more like your plus 400 with Tigres. But I'm taking Club America. To your earlier point about the haves and have-nots, America plus 225, Tigres plus 400, Rayados plus 650, right? After that, the next closest team is like plus 1,000 down. I think it's actually Chivas at plus 1,100. For those that don't know gambling, that just means you're a massive long shot. Is there anybody from kind of the other field that you could see stealing a title this year? Chivas is plus 1,100. You always like Toluca. They're plus 1,500. Some value there.
Well, there's still time for moves. And listen, one of the reasons I don't like America so much is because America's starters won't be available week 1. They're just coming back like from vacation this week, so it's going to take...
When America's great in week 1, he says week 1 doesn't matter.
No, listen. Right. There's no preseason. They're going to get their base later, and we're already hearing the excuses from Santiago Baños, the president. Well, be patient with us because the bicampeonato maybe won't come this way. We've got lots of tournaments where we're going to be spread thin, et cetera, et cetera. What I will say about who I like a team like Pumas, who just signed Rogelio Funes Mori, who's the all-time leading goal scorer, 160 goals for Rayados. And they also have Memote Martinez. And if you don't know about Memote, he was the Puebla forward who just went over to Pumas, who was the second leading goal scorer in the league. Both big-framed forwards with Chino Huerta flanked on one side, Tabón maybe on the other. A team that's played together and had some very good moments, and a keeper that I think is on the up in Julio Gonzalez, I think that's a team to watch out for.
Interesting. I'm seeing Pumas here at around plus 1,800. So there's your long shot title winner for the Liga MX Clausura from Hercules Gomez.